So your hotel is booked for the all-inclusive stay, but how are you going to get from the airport to your hotel and back? Let's now talk about your airport transfers or ground transfers, because there are 4 different types that you can choose from. Shared transfers are the cheapest, then nonstop, cost a little bit more, private transfers, a little bit more, luxury, the most. Shared transfers are when you and several other strangers, maybe up to 40, arrive around the same time, will be on the same shuttle, going from hotel to hotel, dropping people off along the way until you reach yours. Same on the way back. They'll pick you up, let's just say first, if you're the furthest out, you'll then pick up other strangers at different hotels along the way, back to the airport. Saves money, does not save you on time. So you're going to be picked up much earlier than you normally would have to accommodate picking up people at other hotels. You're going to be waiting for them to check out, pay their bill, forgot something, go to the bathroom. So if it's within your budget, at least upgrade to the next one, nonstop transfers. That means when you arrive to the airport, you and those other strangers are going to be on the same shuttle, but going directly to your hotel. You're not going to be stopping off along the way. Simultaneously on the way back, you're not going to be picking up strangers along the way, getting back to the airport. Still maybe some delays if you have stragglers, have to go to the bathroom, can't find this, can't find that. You're still gonna lose out on a little bit of time unless you upgrade to the next one, which are private transfers. That means you and everybody on your reservation, whenever you get to the airport, you are gonna be directed to your shuttle. You and your people are gonna go directly to the hotel. Maybe if you wanna make a stop at a market or something along the way, it's a private transfer, you are welcome to do that. You're not going to be waiting on anybody else except for people within your party. Luxury transfer is also private, but now that means a different type of vehicle. So if you are looking for a nice SUV, maybe a Mercedes-Benz, maybe a limo, you can upgrade to a luxury transfer and still have a private experience, just in a luxury way. Now, what you might be questioning, or what many people do question, is when you're within a group, and you and your friends are arriving on the same day to the airport, but different flights. Maybe even if the flight is within a few minutes from each other, you're going to ask me, are we going to be on the same transfer? I'm going to say likely no, unless you paid for a transfer and want to wait for them. I do not recommend it. I know that you want to wait for your friends, however, wait for them in the luxury of having a drink at your all-inclusive resort and welcoming them whenever they arrive. Because what happens, even if you're on different flights, even if they're going to set to arrive within minutes of each other, flights delay, flights cancel. If you have one transfer booked and you decide to wait, first of all, the transfer companies aren't going to wait for more than whatever their allotted time is. So they're not going to wait for that person. So when that person arrives, they're not going to have a transfer. They're going to have to pay for a taxi or negotiate something on the spot. If you're arriving on different flights, have 2 separate transfers. Highly recommended. If you'd like to see my personal experience, when I had to wait for a group of travel agents, I arrived on time and their flight was, if I remember, 2 hours delayed, and I sat hot at the airport. Click in the link to view my experience.